Nick Clegg saw the dream, man, and now he's got egg on his face. Like that 5 years, like he just basically pulled down his trousers to to the Conservatives that do what you want, and now it's just come back in a backlash for him with that whole tuition fees thing. That's ended the Liberal Democrats. They're not going to get elected for a while, another 100 years probably. But like over the last 5 years, like whenever something happened that was good, the Conservatives basically got accountable for it. But whenever something went wrong, so just went, that's on Nick, boy, that's on Clegg, and Liberal Democrats are the biggest losers in this whole election. But on this video quickly just to explain about first past the post and basically just explain what I think is going to happen in the next few years under the Conservatives. First of all, a lot of people don't understand why UKIP got quite a large percentage of the vote, only got one seat, and that is due to the first past the post system. And the system is basically um, to create a strong majority, and it also keeps out extreme parties because a lot of UKIP's votes were quite spread out. And basically, if you were to vote for your in your constituency and the person you voted for did not win the seat, your vote is wasted. Your vote does not count towards who runs government. And that's basically one of the negatives towards fast past the post. But again, because a lot of people voted UKIPs in areas where they didn't win, there was quite a lot of votes. Maybe they finished second or third in a lot of areas, and that is generally why they only got one seat in a large majority of the vote. And that's what first past the post does. Strong majority keep out the extremist parties, and that's why you have a two-party system in the UK. And under Conservative government, we are going to have a referendum on Europe, and that is I think it's a good idea. Generally, I mean, people have been a bit annoyed on the whole issue of Europe imposing themselves, especially in some of our domestic issues. Like, if I come to your house and say, "No, you're not allowed to watch EastEnders tonight," you're gonna turn around and be like,
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
"Why? I'm independent. I want to do my own thing." Like, you'd be annoyed, and that's what Europe basically does. It's basically trying to control a lot of other nations to be underneath it. Basically have like one um, controlled Europe under one like leadership, and basically Britain don't like that. I think Britain will stay in the EU because the benefits outweigh the negatives, and the people that tend to vote in referendums seem to be like a bit more in depth and know politics a bit better than the average voter. So but I think it's basically just good just to have a standpoint and just basically to say, listen, um, we have the ability to leave Europe, and we are one of the strongest parties in Europe. And I read on social media this morning a lot of people saying, "Oh no, no, Conservatives are in power. That means no NHS." No, that is not going to happen. NHS is going to stay. The only thing that might happen is that Conservatives might start promoting privatization a bit more. That is the max. NHS is going to stay because it's a successful policy that Labour brought in. If Conservatives were to get rid of NHS, they would lose so much support. Like they probably would never win an election again. So in that basis, they see that and say, no, we'll keep NHS as successful. So don't worry about NHS. Conservatives are not going to get rid of it. What you might have to worry about is your council homes. Now, Conservatives of course, have the right to buy policy, which allows people to buy their council houses on the cheap. Now, that is good if you have the money to buy your own council house and start an investment for yourself. However, if you're a single mother of like 18, 19, I don't know, and you want to get a council house, there's going to be less of them around. People are buying them, and they're not going to be built in the same speed that they're being bought. So there's going to be less council house about. And I'd say that even though there's going to be more cuts, we won't be in a surplus by the time the 5 years is over. Like, I mean, that's not going to happen. But again, it's going to cut the deficit by a lot. The economy is going to get better. There's going to be more employment on the Conservatives, and I don't think the economy is really ready for a Labour government. I mean, on the Labour, we ran out of money, and we can't really afford for that to happen again. Basically, just go back to square one. It would have been like all the 5 years that we've been through, all the struggles will be for nothing. So I'd say Conservatives are going to have another successful 5 years. I'd say they're probably going to be successful enough to win the next election. Because again, maybe after then we'll be in a surplus. And I think the way that the economy is at the moment, you need a conservative government. In all honesty, like I'm not gonna lie, this has actually been quite enjoyable. Like the increased use of like social media has like increased people's knowledge on politics, made it more enjoyable. And I think it's quite positive. I think politics will be in the rise in the next few years. I think people are going to be able to express their opinions a lot more. So I think this has been a good election for politics, really. But yeah, well done, David. Well done, Conservatives.